Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's right. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Johnson.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's Griffin. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy.
There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And here comes the offense on second down. Give to the running back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Wants to throw on third. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Now on second down after the incompletion. motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Working that left side now. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Tide will get the first down.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease. Pick up the first. Keep the drive alive.
Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot.
And it's caught! Touchdown Tide! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to... He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away, and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Wide out in motion. Got enough for the first. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead, you're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
Finds a tight end. Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. Across the 35. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. You get
touchdown, Alabama! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Snap in the shotgun. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Spits it out to the back. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. They'll throw it on first down. Lofted toward the sideline, intercepted! And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll... I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. I can't say I've seen this strategy before, but they're showing punt on first down. And he's running in the open. The 20, the 10. Timing is everything, and the timing of that fake punt call was perfect, and it winds up being a touchdown. Talk about a play call working just as it's designed. You can tell, man, they worked on that one a ton.
You can tell they worked on it and worked on it, but do you have the testicular fortitude to call it in a big moment like this? And you do, in a game, in real-life drills, and it works? My goodness, what a call.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm.
Pass on the way, it's picked off! He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover-2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. And he's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Trojans! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just...
Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Now on second down. On the run, it's Allen. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing right. He's got it. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Touchdown Tide! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Just going to keep it after the snap. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Nothing but green ahead. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, USC! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Release to the back. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
But and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Back to the air one more time. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Running back goes in motion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. The quarterback got sacked.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. On the move. Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. Running toward the tape. The 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Right down the middle. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. This time they'll go to the running game. He's knocked down to the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Past the 10.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight.
All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to it's a fake. The holder's going to try to toss it. And he's out of bounds, short of the goal line. He almost found a way to convert that fake. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Working the middle, it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another